Make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our Discord, and also follow us on Instagram so you always have the support that you need to really enhance your account and get yourself to the next level. Also, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money when you make in-game purchases in The Legend of Mushroom by getting some amazing cashbacks each time you purchase anything. Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. So in this video I'm going to be going over the event spending and how you should be thinking about spending in events to make sure that you get the best return on investment. So I'm going to show you a little bit of an interesting thing. I've done 360 draws so far. I obviously got all of the draws available in this particular event where you have to pay $11 to get a bunch of draws, and I purchased a bunch of these draws as well other than the $50 and the $100 packs. Now what you will notice is that 360 draws obviously gave me all of the soul crystals and the empowerment gear, but it did not actually give me the amount that I really wanted. And what's really interesting is that with the 360 draws, I actually have 98 of the chip cores. Now you might be thinking, tough luck, right? Just needed 2 more to be able to buy that mount as opposed to drawing it out. However, if I really want to get those 2 more items, I have to spend at minimum $50 US because there's no other way for me to get draws for free. I have consumed all of the ways to get draws for free, and I've purchased all of these packs, so now I'm 2 items short or perhaps even 1 draw short of getting that mount. This is a tricky situation that can occur in events, and that's why it's very important for you to plan forward and to learn from my mistakes so that you can avoid doing them as well. Because in my case, I have spent a bunch of money and I'm actually going to end up without the mount or the artifact. So in other words, I've spent a bunch of money and really don't have too much to show for it. All right, let's take a step back. Firstly, these $11 to get a bunch of these draws, usually extremely worth it, right? You get a lot of draws, you get a bunch of items, you get diamonds and a bunch of stuff. So this is generally always worth $11. But where you really need to hold back on is the actual packs, right? If you rush yourself into purchasing the cheaper packs, you might end up in a situation like me and might be short just 1 or 2 draws for you to get a mount. It's always a good idea to complete all of the other challenges, complete all of these, get all of the draws that you can get for free before you decide to start using your packs, because there are certain things that you should consider. Number 1, sometimes you get extremely lucky and you end up getting a bunch of these limited prizes really fast. If you do that, 360 draws may just be enough for you to draw the mount, right? Because like me, if you did all the free stuff in this particular event and you purchased all of the cheaper packs other than the $50 and the $100 ones, you would be at 360 draws. Now in my case, I still need 97 more draws to get the mount guaranteed. Alternatively, I just need 2 more of these to be able to buy the mount from this shop. And what you can do is that you can use all of the free stuff and then on the last day decide if you are getting pretty close to getting the mount as a draw and you can guarantee it in the 360 draws. In that case, go ahead and purchase all of these. Now, if you did end up like me and you really wanted that mount, what would probably have been a good idea for me would be to hold off on the $20 pack and instead get a $50 pack. Yes, it's $30 more expensive, but it's gonna guarantee the mount for $30 extra versus right now the situation that I'm in is requiring me to spend a full $50 extra US dollars to get that mount. Certainly not the most efficient. The other thing you can do is if you realize that, you know what, it's not going to be pretty easy for you to get that mount, things are seeming like you are very unlucky, you didn't get a bunch of these points for free as well, and perhaps, you know what, you had to draw full 100 draws before you got one of these limited prizes, you might decide that, you know what, it's a good time to stop at around 250 points. Now 250 points is good because it gives you both of the feather passes. I think you get the first one about 200 points and then 250 gives you the second one. These are fairly cheap, especially if you've already done the $11 packs. You get a bunch of draws for free anyway, and you don't need to spend too much more to get 250, which gives you the feather passes, which you can then use in the feather shop. If luck seems to be on your side, you can start purchasing the cheaper packs and then hold off at, let's say, the last $20 pack, and then decide whether you need a full $50 pack or a $20 pack to achieve your objectives. Now remember that events happen often, and you shouldn't get too tempted into giving everything you have in a single event. It's okay to stop after spending a bunch of money if you realize that the cost is going to get extremely high for a small benefit. In my case, you would assume that I would definitely spend $50 and get that cat because I'm just so close to it, but I'm not going to. You see, in my case, I have spent a bunch of money and all I need is 2 points to get that cat, but that 2 points is costing me $50 and I don't think the incremental benefit of spending $50 for me is currently worth it. So I'm gonna swallow the costs that I've already made and I'm not gonna get this cat. Now, I might have had a different answer if I found that this mount was something that was integral for my build, but currently I don't think it's very important or critical for my build. So I'm gonna let this one go and hopefully not regret it. Now, if you're in a situation like me and you've made all of these mistakes that I did and you are now stuck needing $50 to get that next item and hence have already spent a bunch of money and are not sure what to do with the points, well, I would probably just get the hammers, and hammers are generally a good investment, so you probably are not going to regret it too much. Keep in mind that you probably are still going to be ranking fairly high in this list and you'll probably get at least one Skyraider pass, so even though you did spend a bunch of money, you didn't waste everything. At least you're getting something that you can utilize for some upgrades. Alright, to summarize, get the $11 packs. That's generally a very good investment. It gives you a bunch of draws, gives you a bunch of free stuff. Then keep getting all the other free draws that you can get from the different events that they have and see how your luck is faring out. Then at the last day, when you've already gotten all the free stuff, you can start thinking about how much more you would need to spend to get certain prizes. Think about whether or not you should stop at exactly 250 points, which is significantly cheaper, or if you want to spend a little bit more to get that mount. Before you purchase all of the cheaper packs, do wait and calculate whether it looks feasible for you to get that mount by getting all the cheaper packs, or if you need to, let's say, not get two $20 packs, which is $40. Instead, let's say a $50 pack is likely going to get you that mount. Better not to get those two $20 packs and get the $50 one. And if you really need a $20 pack more, you can get it, as opposed to getting all the $20 packs and then being a little bit short on getting that next prize, and then you have to buy that $50 pack anyway. So those are some tips from my own experiences. Hopefully it's something helpful for you as well. Before you go, I want you to know you can save a lot of money in The Legend of Mushroom using my promo code with Aptoid. Do check the title of the video that I'm linking to this video to find out the latest promo code. The steps are also in the video, just that there might be a few changes. For example, you might need to add the promo code on checkout as well as in the Aptoid's wallet, and you are limited to using it 5 times every 30 days. And every time you use it, you get a significant amount of cashback. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.